Hi there, Joka here with the project I've created with the Spellbinders August 2023 large die kit. The kit contains a large, well, branch, I guess, with small flowers and pomegranates, and yeah, that's about it. It might seem familiar to you because there was, I think, last year, again, I don't remember the name of the products, but there was something similar with lemons. In fact, now that I think about it, there might have been something similar with strawberries as well. That was a kit, in fact. The lemons were not. You can see there's large pieces in this and also a lot of pieces. I'm gonna do my best to show you how that's put together. Now this month, normally I get the 3D embossing folder, but this one is the normal embossing folder kit this month. And you will see I'm gonna turn that around. I will use the back side of it. I mean, I don't know if actually there should be a backside or front side because I think you probably can use both the same way. I just preferred what I would call the backside this on this design, and I added a double-sided tape, like a sheet, so that it flattens the whole thing out, and it really worked well. I added a heavyweight cardstock to that, and then I'm adding this panel onto my card base. I believe I used 5x7 inch cards this time as well, and now I'm going to show you how I layered all these pieces together. Now there's a layer where you can use it's like an embossing die, but I think I did not use that at all because that's, or did I? Maybe I did because you can see it. See, I don't even remember what I did a few weeks ago. Yeah, I did. But I think it makes no difference because you will put the those layers on top of it. So maybe that's just a help, basically, that where you should put those shapes. But I think it would work without it as well. It's not that hard to figure it out. And then I used colors that I liked. Honestly, I did not Google pomegranates. I cannot even pronounce it. To be realistic about it, I mean, it's just cars, right? So I just tried to die cut them in from pink and some darker wine color type of thing. And yeah, so one of these is cut in half, so to say, and then the other one is not. So, but I guess you can go different ways about this. I just went the way it was intended to be, I guess. And then there are, as you can see, there are leaves that you can, or part of leaves, basically half of them, that you can then add to your branch, just so that you can add more color. And in fact, I went with gray because, I don't know, I just thought that would go well with the colors that I chose for the fruits. And I don't know, I just didn't want to go with green. I guess that would be obvious. And I like gray. Gray is such an underrated color, but everything pops on it. I really like it. And then here's how you put the flowers together. They are super cute and so super easy to put together. There's a few different ones. And then you can see on the branch there are all these circles where you can add your flowers. So basically, it's kind of, you know, you don't even have to think about it that much. But obviously, you can also add 2 different spots as well, but I mean the circles would be good to cover, I think. And that's about it. I mean, there's nothing super difficult about this set, and it's because it has such big pieces, you really don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this. Of course, I always spend a lot of time because I die cut everything twice. I mean, at least the big shapes as well, just sort of, that everything is properly made. The little flowers, as I can see, I did not. But usually that's what I spend the most time on, gluing everything together. And these tiny little flowers, I'm just going to scatter around the main design. And that's gonna be it. And for my sentiment, there is a sentiment with this kit. I believe it's a simple thanks sentiment, but I have still all these letters. If you've been following me for a while, you might remember these. I think maybe it was within the last 2 months or so, these ones. I still have all these letters left over from my projects, and so I thought that these colors fit nicely. They are kind of coral colors, and at least, from time to time I'm using those, so I'm not wasting those letters. I don't keep die cuts like that most of the time, but just this one pot I have space for, so it's still there. Now I'm using another embossing folder. This is also just a standard embossing folder with polka dots. This is a very good one to have, I think, because it adds just a simple texture to your background, so it works on any design. And then, of course, I like to create patterns. It doesn't have to make sense, but so this way I'm adding some pomegranates and also a lot of those little flowers that I die cut from different cardstock, but they are all within the same color scheme, So that's gonna be my second card design. And as you can see, there is the sentiment that I mentioned earlier, and I die cut that from gray cardstock, just to pull in the gray from the first card. And normally I would actually shape these flowers, but they are tiny, and I was too lazy to get my ball tool out. But then once I glued them down, I actually used my tweezers to bend the petals a little bit, but of course then the paper is going to crease. But I didn't mind, but at least there's just a little bit of texture in the background. And then that's it. These are my 2 cards for this month. I hope I could inspire you in some small way. Check out the other video on the channel today as well. And then I will be back on the 10th, I believe, with 3 new videos with new collections. They are really fun. I really loved working with those. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.